I had a meeting with my professor's wife who was reviewing my thesis, and I was so nervous about meeting her that I couldn't sleep the night before. I couldn't eat anything. My whole body was shaking and trembling like a leaf, and I could see the sweat dripping down my hands onto the floor, and I had no idea how I'm gonna handle this meeting, what I'm gonna say, or how I'm gonna keep myself calm even. And then it hit me. Hi everyone, my name is Sadia and I'm a PhD student at ETS Canada. And if this is the first time you're watching any of my videos, I'm a student who likes to help others. So I share my journey, I share my struggles as a PhD student, I share some processes that helped me through the process of admission and studying abroad, some tips and tricks, and some general guidelines about applying for graduate study positions. I shared these helpful tips with others on my channel and also on my website. So if you're a student who is looking for graduate study opportunities, please head over to my website. You will find some amazing guides and some of my experience there, which I hope will help you. Today I want to share my nervousness and my anxieties and how I feel overwhelmed at times with you and how I cope with that. The story I shared in the beginning about my professor's wife is really true. I was a master's student at that time, and I used to be so nervous. I used to have so much anxiety, and I spent about 2 weeks in the final phase of my thesis, when my thesis was in the process of getting finally reviewed for the last time, and that has probably been the most stressful time in my life so far. There are some things that have helped me, and I hope they will really help you too. So I'm going to share those things with you. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where you are really nervous, you cannot sleep, you cannot eat, you feel like your body is not helping you at all, and you've lost control over everything. You think like you're gonna fail this exam, or you're gonna get kicked out of this program. There are some things which you can do to calm yourself down. First of all, there is this quote which has really helped me over the years. I don't know who this is attributed to or who said it, so if you know it, please let me know in the comments below. It goes something like, whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, remember how far you've come. Remember everything you've overcome, all the battles you've won and all the fears you've overcome, and you'll never doubt how far you can go. Write it down, print it in bold, put it on top of your desk, or wherever you think you're gonna see it clearly every day. Save it as a screensaver of your computer or as a wallpaper on your phone. But remember this. Think of how you started. You knew nothing when you started this journey, hopefully like me, and you were probably thinking every step of the way, I'm gonna fail this course, I'm gonna get kicked out, or I'm not gonna get accepted for this graduate study program or this particular field that I really want to get into. And you made it, you got into that, and wherever you are today, you took some steps along the way which helped you get there. So you overcame so many struggles, you overcame so many battles to get where you are today. So never doubt your potential. Whenever you find yourself super nervous, super anxious about something, remember you've been there before. Remember you've done this kind of thing before, and you have overcome this kind of challenges before in your life. The second thing which usually helps me is think about the worst case scenario. Think of what's the worst that can happen. I know this is kind of obvious, and it sort of already comes to mind, and you're already thinking about the worst that can happen, but actually it helps. When you're nervous and when you think you cannot handle a meeting, when you're under pressure, when your boss is going to be really tough on you, thinking about what's the worst that can happen is actually a step in the good direction, because once you acknowledge and once you realize what's the worst that can happen, you can start taking measures to calm yourself down about it. For example, if the worst is you're gonna get kicked out of your program, or your professor is not gonna like your thesis and he's gonna reject your work, or if you're gonna lose your scholarship, once you acknowledge all these worst case scenarios, think of how much worst case scenarios you've avoided or escaped in your life. Think of how many times in your previous studies you thought you're gonna fail this course, but in the end you ended up getting really good grades. Think of how many times you thought you're never gonna get in to medical school or engineering school, but you made it. Think of how many times you were just as nervous as you are right now, and you made it. So the odds are, if you're in a graduate study program in super stressful situation, the odds are you've been in these situations before and you've made it. So once you know what's the worst case scenario, you're gonna know how many times you previously thought you're gonna be in that worst case scenario and you escaped it. This will really help you calm your nerves down. It has helped me over the years. I hope it will really help you. Be confident in your work. Whatever you have done, take responsibility for it. If you think there is a mistake, discuss it with your professor. If you think there are some weaknesses, ask for help. There are some people, some amazing people who would always be around you to help you. So never ever be afraid to ask for help. If you're applying for example, for some graduate study program which you think is really tough, ask people, ask your seniors, ask people who are already there to help you, to review your applications. I'm doing this kind of thing through my website these days, so if you need my help, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help in any way possible that I can. Ask your peers to help, ask some friends, ask anybody you know in that field to help you out. Whenever you get stuck in writing your thesis, in doing some experiments, there are always amazing people. People want to help. People are good by nature. So never be afraid of asking for help from others whenever you're in a nervous, anxious situation, whenever you're stuck, whenever you feel like you cannot take it anymore, you cannot hold on to it anymore. Ask people around you for help and they will be there for you. They will help you. And always feel free to reach out to me if there is anything I can do for you, if there is anything I can help you with in your academic career. I'm always up for helping others. Please take care. I hope this helped you, and I hope it will continue to help you for many years to come.